Charlie Walden, and this is my wife, Patt Plunkett, and she's helping with the workshop by providing nice accompaniment because it's more fun to play when you have backup. And for me, I can't hardly play without good backup. So we're going to do some tunes today. I got a big list of stuff I want to do. It's a kind of a long workshap. We're here till 4 o'clock, right? Is that right? Okay, so we'll take some breaks and we'll do a little just playing, and it's not all teaching because it's that's quite a lot of time. And I'm just going to demonstrate some stuff too. So first off, I'm going to build the whole workshop around different things to do with the bow. And so first let me just say a few things about bowing, about the bow itself. One thing I run into a lot is people tend to maybe make their bow. Now again, this is for the way I play. So with fiddle music, you know, like you might find the greatest player ever holds the bow there and can play just the way you like. I don't. I hold it kind of more in the regular way. It's not really a classical bow hold. It's kind of how I learned to do. So everything I say, feel free to take with a grain of salt because there's a lot of ways to skin a cat when it comes to playing fiddle. But one thing I find a lot is that people tend to maybe have their bow too tight. If you have your bow too tight, it tends to skate over the strings a little bit. So I leave mine fairly loose, and sometimes people say, wow, how do you get any tone, you know, because like a lot of times I'm riding the stick when I play. You know, if I want to play a part that I'm not really bearing down, I might play it closer to the tip. Some things I might play closer to the frog. I try to use the whole bow as much as I can. And one thing I recommend, if you haven't tried this, it's kind of fun, is to take some like electrician's tape and divide your bow into three places, and just sit down and practice and play several tunes that you know, and force yourself to play in this part of the bow, force yourself to play in the center, and force yourself to play it by the frog. It'll give you a feel for, because the bow is a very different creature, you know, played right here. Up here it's more like a pick, you know, it's real, you can play real short, sharp notes, and then up here, not so much. It has a whole different feel. So that's something you can try, experiment with at home if you haven't messed with that. I still kind of do that. I mess around when I'm playing a tune. I might, like tonight, if you come to the dance, you'll see sometimes I play along a tune. If I'm playing it for a long time, like a dance, 7-8 minutes, I might play whole, you know, 2 or 3 times through, up close to the bow. Then I might play down here, you know, because you get a different sound and it gives you a little break from physically too as well. So the first thing I want to talk about is just I don't teach a lot of bowing specifically on the tune. Like I won't go through and say you must bow the tune this way because everybody has to work their own thing out. But so the simplest way to bow is just the basic saw stroke. You know, you can play a whole tune. You know, play a whole tune just by alternating the bow. That's what I mean by saw stroke, back and forth. And then you start to can introduce slurs, you know. So that'd be like a 2-note slur. You could have a 3-note slur. So what I tell people to do is, as we play these tunes, you'll take them home, and now if you've got good established bowing, if you're a more advanced player, you're going to have your own way of doing things. You don't have to do it my way. But one thing to do is to play the tune saw stroke first, individual notes. And as you try to play it up to speed, I tell people what happens is the slurs sort of reveal themselves, you know, because you really can't play the tune unless you're Mr. Staccato. You don't want to play the tune all sawed. So as you play and try to play it faster, the slurring parts will sort of reveal themselves because you've got to get through certain passages that just don't work if you're playing all saw strokes. So we're going to start out with kind of a simple tune, an A. We're going to play an A, first couple 3 tunes here, and but I always like everyone to know they went home, you know, knowing one tune. So I'm going to play you the most basic tune I know, which I call the 8-day clock. I don't know if you've ever heard of that. It sounds like this. That's a joke. Really bad. I had to tell you it was a joke, though. That was the bad part. Yeah. If you don't know what an 8-day clock is, an old grandfather clock with weights that you had to move, and you had to pull the weights every 8 days, and it would run for 8 days. But so now you know everyone has a tune they can take home now.